if a simple fisherman became one of the greatest leaders in history? This is the inspiring story of Peter the Apostle, a man who failed, fell, but rose again. Peter's original name was Simon. He was a fisherman on the Sea of Galilee, working with his brother Andrew. One day, Jesus walked by the shore and said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Without hesitation, Simon left his nets and followed him. Jesus later gave him a new name, Peter, which means rock. Peter was bold, loud, and passionate. He often spoke first and thought later. But Jesus saw something special in him one night. The disciples were in a boat during a storm. They saw Jesus walking on the water. Peter shouted, "Lord, if it is you, tell me to come." Jesus said, "Come." Peter stepped out of the boat and walked on water. But when he saw the strong wind and waves, fear filled his heart. He began to sink. "Lord, save me," he cried. Jesus reached out his hand and lifted him up. Peter learned that faith works best when I stay. I'm Jesus. One day, Jesus asked his disciples, "Who do you say I am?" Peter answered boldly, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus replied, "On this rock I will build my church." Peter understood who Jesus truly was. But even after this, he still had much to learn. On the night Jesus was arrested, Peter promised, "Even if everyone leaves you, I never will." Jesus warned him, "Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. Later that night, people recognized Peter. "You were with Jesus," they said. Peter became afraid. "I don't know him." He replied, 3 times he denied knowing Jesus. Then the rooster crowed. Peter remembered Jesus. Words, he went outside and wept bitterly. It was his lowest moment. After Jesus rose from the dead, he appeared to his disciples by the sea. Peter had returned to fishing. Jesus called from the shore and told them to cast their net on the other side. They caught a huge number of fish. Peter realized it was the Lord. He jumped into the water and swam to him. Later, Jesus asked Peter 3 times, "Do you love me?" Each time Peter said yes. Jesus replied, "Feed my sheep." Peter was forgiven and restored. His failure was not the end of his story. After Jesus returned to heaven, the disciples waited in Jerusalem on the day of Pentecost. The Holy Spirit came with power. Peter, once afraid, now stood boldly before thousands. He preached about Jesus' death and resurrection. 3,000 people believed that day. The fearful fisherman had become a fearless preacher. Peter continued preaching despite persecution. He was arrested and imprisoned, but he never denied Jesus again. History tells us Peter was eventually executed in Rome for his faith. Tradition says he asked to be crucified upside down because he felt unworthy to die like Jesus, from fisherman to martyr. Peter's life showed true transformation. God can use ordinary people in extraordinary ways. Faith sometimes stumbles, but it can rise again. Failure is not final. Boldness comes from the Holy Spirit. Love for Jesus changes everything. Imagine a fisherman holding old, worn nets. Now imagine that same man preaching to thousands. That is Peter's story. Not perfect, not flawless, but faithful. And if God could use Peter, he can use you too. Thanks for watching. Kindly leave a comment and subscribe.